Today I completed a cell phone booster installation into a Ford Raptor. This is not specific to this car model. You can get this idea and install in similar car. This company have a bunch of expensive cars, like I installed one in a Cadillac, but for the Cadillac they wanted to install it away from the hood because of the aesthetics. So for this car I installed an antenna with a bracket, like an antenna bracket on the fender, so they were okay for me to install it here. And like I said, the company runs big money, and construction company, and they are a quality type of people. They build hospitals and I don't know if it's government buildings, but they have quality cars and quality customers, and they choose us because we've done work for them, and probably they like the way we do stuff. So the driver, which is one of the managers in the company, asked me to install a switch for the kids. So, cell booster on, cell booster off. Of course the kids will get internet on their cell phones because they get signal from outside, but when it's poor signal or in some areas they will have a lower speed. So that's kind of an idea to limit the kids from playing on the phone. I don't think you can shut down the cell phone signals on the kids' phone unless you install some software or install a jammer, which is illegal in Canada. But anyway, so I had to install this switch. I had to install a wire which has to have a cable with 3 wires. One is for the light, so the switch has light inside. If you do work in this type of low voltage systems, probably you've done that stuff before. And if you want to run the wire, a ground wire from the local chassis somewhere, yes, you can do that, but I used a 3-wire cable and I run it all the way across to the fuse panel. So I connected the ground in one point for the cell booster and for this switch, and the antenna that comes from the fender, the cable goes in the same harness, which is in a split loom. I'm going to show you in a bit. It goes on the other side. You see that split loom harness, like an insulation thingy. That's my coaxial cable and the switch, and it goes on the other side, and I'm going to show you in a bit. Comes out on that side, and right here is the booster. It's a I don't know, it works. It's not the most expensive. We installed the more expensive ones for some buildings, small offices, but this is just for cars and stuff. And the driver, if he likes to, he could put a hand here and see the lights on the hand reflection. You can see actually the lights when they are on, so he knows the booster kind of works. But otherwise he would have to look with a cell phone or something to each individual light. So right now it's turned off. I used the switch to turn it off, and I had a with the previous antenna, the indoor antenna. This connector was not crimped properly, so I had to come back with a brand new antenna and reinstall the antenna. Then I made a harness here that's the ground for the booster, the LED on the switch, and the power and the coaxial, and they come here to the fuse which is feeding the switch. Then from the switch is coming back to that cable I mentioned. So I marked here that cell booster. I always mark my fuses for the next mechanic or electrician who wants to install stuff or troubleshoot stuff. They won't wander around wasting 2 hours to find out what's this, why this one doesn't work and stuff like that. So that's kind of an idea. And the antenna, the inside antenna, I run it parallel to the existing harness here. So of course you have to take some trims, panels out, and I run it here because we think that this guy's wife is going to sit here and use the cell phone while the driver is on the driver's side, and the wife needs some signal to her brain. That's the way the wives work. They get cell phone signal, they get internet, and they start getting smarter. I don't know, I noticed that. So I put the internet or the cell signal next to her head. So when she gets better signal, she would be able to give the better direction, instructions, and shopping list to the driver. Actually, I've tried to make some jokes with one of the company managers who showed up here and asked me what I'm doing, because this is one of the owner's car. And I tried to make some jokes, but he gave me a not funny look, and I realized, okay, these guys are professionals and they don't sense my jokes. Anyway, so that's the cell phone booster installation. Bye bye.